People have an assessment of the way that you were raised. It's in the news. Like people talk about, Joe and how he raised you. Did you feel any level of resentment? Did you think that was unnecessary or just what you needed?
What I say about that is people can say what they want. I know my life, my lifestyle. I respect people. People respect me. And my father was strict, but he had his reasons. You didn't think that those reasons were unreasonable. Oh no. I mean, come on, we're all black in here, just about. So
just about. That's what you think.
Everybody said the white dude right there. He looks like a manager.
Now, come on, we know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Our parents didn't spare the rod, man.
Right.
You did something wrong, you were scared to go home.
Right.
So that's just the way it was.
And that's I always thought, like, look, I can't. That man, I wasn't in that household, but I can say this: your name is written in the stars, and you have to have, to some degree, some level of appreciation for what got you there.
Absolutely.
So
totally.
you were appreciative of it.
Oh man, I've always said way back in the day that I think that my father did a fantastic job. I think he's one of the greatest men. And today a lot of men need to learn from him.
I think so too.
Yeah, because
no, I didn't. I'm glad he went to the bar just father. That'd been crazy. But,
yeah.
You know what's very funny? I have a family. I have a family of 4. And you talk to all of our family, and they will have a different interpretation of the way that they were raised and a different interpersonal relationship with the same house, same food, same. But you would think we were raised in 4 different houses with 4 different sets of parents, because everybody has an idea and a interpretation of the way they were raised that doesn't have. You could have the same situation and interpret it a different way.
Yeah, that's true. Me and Jackie probably, and Jermaine got the blunt of whatever it was that we, then about time Michael, Marlon, and Randy and Janet came along, he was pretty tired. So
it ran out of wind.
You spent all this time whooping Tito ass. You got to lay down a little bit.
Yep. So he could never hit Michael. He swing over here, Michael's over there. So
all of this stuff, and we have to talk about that. All the stuff that's going on with Michael. How does that make you feel? What do you
Well, it makes me feel really bad because Michael is probably one of the most different type of people. Growing up, his life is basically who he is. He was a kid all his life, and he never got things to do that most kids do, play outside. And
you thought that hurt his development?
Well, it makes him want to do things longer, I think. He still was enjoying Mickey Mouse and Disneyland movies and things like that. So that's basically where he was as a person.
When you see all the things that are said, are there some things you just patently just disagree with? Are there some things you see any consistency in?
Well, totally wrong. I think the world has him wrong. He was a very loving person. I think he's kind of the persons that felt that when he was growing up, he wouldn't want a kid to get spanked the way he was,
right,
or whatever. Or he's very giving. If a kid needs help in the hospital or school or needs to go to college, he's there, man. He was.
Then why do so many people have a different opinion?
Because people make their own speculations, number one, and a lot of us just can't perceive that type of a person, and they just.
When you say that, I don't know what you mean.
Well, they can't see nobody that would pay for some other kid's operations or this or that or want to play with children like that. They just don't understand. I understand it because Michael never been into a bar. Here's a person.
Have you ever been to a bar, Tito?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tito just came from the bar.
Oh, yeah.